Welcome to the All Things BMX Show, episode 209, Ride the Wave. Look around. It's a packed house this evening. A lot of man meat up in here. And it's going to be a good show tonight. We got the group from Waterford Oaks hanging out with us tonight. We're going to go around and introduce everybody here in a second. I want to say thanks for you guys all for coming down and being in person here at the Ethan Clark Studios. That's brought to you by Motor City Harley Davidson. You guys, they got some cool stuff going on. I think you'd like this one. June 29th from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. The ultimate chill and grill. You like the grill?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we should do that. I think they're doing some test ride stuff, too.
Let's get to the more important thing here. They got free bikini bike washes.
Is that what it is?
Somebody told me you got your bikini ready, Chris.
Wait, can I take my BMX bike down there and have them wash it?
As long as you're in a bikini.
No.
No?
Not
okay.
me.
No? All right. Good stuff.
No, they want people to come down there and visit their store.
I would pedal my bike there to see that.
No, dude, no.
Chris and I are here at the GetOwear news desk for the coolest and lifestyle apparel. Make sure you guys get over and check out GetOwear. We got some breaking news I want to let you guys know about coming up here just in a few weeks. You guys probably know the date on this. I don't need that stuff. We got the Alita Beam and Olivia Armstrong clinic going on at Waterford Oaks.
July 4th, right?
Yeah.
3rd. July 3rd.
It's going to be a lot of Waterford Oaks this evening. A lot of Waterford Oaks. Just brace yourself. We didn't plan, actually, for all of us to wear Waterford Oaks apparel. They did. I didn't call Chris. Chris didn't call me. I just rolled up, and this was the cleanest shirt I had.
I was looking through the closet. I'm like, where's all my old school Waterford Oaks stuff?
Josh, did he get a bro deal on this shirt?
Brodeal.com.
Oh, man. Our show doesn't happen without the help of the following companies. Make sure you guys check out the Hack Shack. Go over there and talk to Homie Mike. If you're looking to get yourself a side hack, Homie Mike's the dude you want to talk to. Not sure what his bro deal is, but he does sell other stuff other than side hacks, so he has a complete stop for BMX. Also, Wrenchman Wheel Building. You guys are looking for the best in wheel builds. Make sure you check out Wrenchman. He does have an ATB code. It's Bro Deal. He'll give you a free high five when you get your wheels built.
Sweet.
Did you use that Bro Deal when you got your wheels built?
I don't think that was in place when I had mine done.
It was an aggressively negotiated deal. BMX Race Supply. Make sure you guys get on over there. Get all your racing supply needs. Hooking it up over there. We got the Rhythm Dice back here from them. Free shipping on any order over $49.99. Mega Design Group. He's got a big deal going on
today. It ends today.
What is it?
It's for the frames for the tents. He has them on sale, but it's just the frame.
Right.
We're not talking about the whole design and all that stuff. And I don't remember the numbers off the top of my head, but it's like I think it's $299 for the frame for a 10 by 10.
You better be right.
Well, don't hold me to it. Go to the website and find out.
If you order tonight,
Mega Design Group, and
take advantage of that, Brian will box you up a free high five too.
There you go.
110 Nutrition. Make sure you guys, if you're ordering from 110 All Things BMX, it gets you 10% off. All the links for our partners and sponsors you'll find in the show notes. We appreciate it. If you've noticed, Melissa's not at the producer's perch tonight. We have this lovely gentleman back here, Chris White. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Welcome to the Gate 9 producer's perch. How's the view back there?
It's pretty good. I mean, look at all this I got in front of me right now. How can you pass this up?
There's all kinds of...
It's a good time.
Chris, they can't see that. Oh, you can on the other one. All right. So, hey, Danger Snacks.
They bring
us our guest tonight. So, Danger Snacks. It's the difference between Dragon Butt and Holland Butt.
You son of a bitch. You're editing that?
I am.
Oh, my God. How many are we away until we get Chris to drop the F-bomb on the show? I'm going to go look on YouTube.
But I can't. I can't not do this part because you can't.
What is it? What's the discount code, Chris?
So when you order your Danger Snacks, use the discount code SHITSHOW.
You heard it. Chris finally cussed.
Oh, man. And you get a discount.
You bring the Waterford group in here, shit gets rowdy.
Yeah, or if you catch Justin or I at a race, we kind of have a handful of them floating
Always.
around.
We leave them out on the table. Come over and check them out.
Get a sticker, get an ATV sticker, and get some Danger Snacks.
Yeah,
if we're not sold out of them. So with that, I guess we're going to welcome in our guests, and we'll start talking Waterford Oaks BMX.
Let's kick it off with the BMX Rocks Photography chat question for everyone here in the studio.
I got ahead of that.
Yeah. So we got a good one, though.
All right.
We'll start. We're going to let everyone introduce themselves as they answer the chat question. So tonight, what is your favorite Waterford Oaks moment. So most everyone listening to this show or watching it have all been to Waterford Oaks, even heard about it, or maybe even caught a race or something like that, or know somebody that's been there.
Just heard the name somewhere along
You
the way.
have.
I mean,
So-
it's 50 years old. There's got to be people everywhere.
So they had the Worlds in '94.
That's true, too.
So they had all kinds of stuff. They are part of history. We'll start with the track operator, Josh. What's your favorite Waterford Oaks moment?
My favorite Waterford Oaks moment. Well, I'm kind of new to BMX, so I don't really know all the past stuff about Waterford Oaks. But I mean, the Beginners League is where it's at for me. So
Hey, that's good.
All right.
That'll work.
Steve, how about you?
Well, my favorite moment ever was the Worlds back in '94. But recently, since we've taken over the track, the completion of the first Beginners League was a sign that we've arrived on the scene and we're here to take care of business.
All right, we'll go to our guest in the back, fill it in. What's your favorite?
I'm gonna roll with what these guys are talking about. The Beginners League. It's been a huge part of our success, and it's some of the best parts of BMX for us right now. So I'd say the graduation ceremony from that very first season that I got to participate in, watching all of them get their trophies, be able to hand them out, and seeing some of those kids still there today. Yeah, that's my best Waterford moment right there.
All right. Well, you, Chris Beer.
Okay, I'm going to go old. 1985 Great Lakes National. Had a great time. I didn't do too well, but I got to meet John Cruz, who we had on, and I don't know if he was really good to me there. He treated me great and made me a John Cruz fan from that day forward when I got to meet him out there at Waterford Oaks. So, yeah, that was
Nice. I got to echo. It's the Worlds.
World.
It was. Yeah. That was the
was
first
cool.
BMX race I ever went to.
Oh, that was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was a major letdown 2 weeks later when he came back. And
I went there to race. I'm like, where'd everything go? Where's the stage? Where's the Statue of Liberty? Like, what's going on? My friends are like, that's not how it is every weekend
Yeah,
here.
why isn't the pond blue anymore?
right.
Like, what is going on? But actually, it was, that got me into racing forever ago, and I'm still here. So, yeah, good stuff.
Cool. All right.
Well, again, welcome, you guys. Appreciate you coming in. This is one of a handful of shows where we've done that the guests are actually in the studio. So you guys in the chat room, get your questions in there. Share your stories about our guest here in the studio. And we're going to
questions.
Yeah.
Tell us stories, whatever you got going on.
So we're going to do a real quick kind of brief history on Waterford Oaks. You guys can jump in here. Chris, you kind of had something ready, right?
Oh, yeah. I got.
All right.
Give me
Remember,
just
you're
2
on the clock,
seconds.
Alice.
Oh, already? Oh, dude. Hang on just a second. Gotta switch so I can see. Okay. All right. So let's see here. I'm going to
He prepared this for the show.
I'm going to paraphrase this and make this quick. Yeah. So, all right. So 2024 is the 50th year of racing at Waterford Oaks. Waterford Oaks is the second oldest continuously run BMX track in the world. Number one would be Sarasota.
Debatable, right?
And
Arguable.
there's
Very
arguments about that, but I don't know.
How do we settle this,
I
guys?
think it's like 4 months they're ahead of us because it's Florida and they could start earlier. So
they've changed the location.
I'm not going
That's
to.
the
Yeah, we're still in the same footprint.
See that?
That's
Same footprint.
That's the
There
next
we
part
go.
of this.
Let's
The starting gate and the finish line are in the same spot they've been since '74. All right. Let's see here. All right. So Waterford Oaks was started by Oakland County Parks and a small group of parent volunteers. The position that the county created was called BMX coordinator, and that was held by Vicky Zutoff from 1981 through 2009 when she retired. All right. And then from 2009 to 2016, Jennifer West was the track director. And there was some in-between stuff there. And then you guys took over, and now that's where we're at with that. Let's see. When the track started out, it was somewhat of a crude track, and it resembled more of a cow path than an actual BMX track. Had a water hole in there for the riders to ride through. The track evolved into one of the premier facilities in the sport, being one of the first, if not the first, to have a landscaped infield, including grass, flower beds, a pond with a fountain, and a waterfall. In the early 90s, a permanent building was constructed for registration, concessions, and actual flushing bathrooms, replacing the porta potties. Let's see. When Waterford Oaks started, it was an ABA sanctioned track, and then in 1983 it became an NBL track until 2011 when it became a USA BMX sanctioned track. What else can I tell you about this? All right. Some of the events that have been held at Waterford Oaks. 1983 ESPN Pro Spectacular. This race was obviously televised on ESPN and had all the big name pros of the day take place in that event. Waterford Oaks has hosted an ABA or NBL National every year from 1981 to 2011. Waterford Oaks is also home of the 1994 UCI World Championships of BMX. What else we got here? Waterford Oaks also hosted the first round of qualifying races for the 2008 U.S. Olympic team. Waterford Oaks is also the track that held the first Race for Life, which was started to honor Michigan racer Todd Kingsbury. And till this day, every USA BMX sanctioned track hosts a Race for Life, which helps collect donations and awareness for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society.
You guys did 4th?
Yeah, last year we were 4th. Yep.
Out of all tracks in the country on that.
All
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Just barely missed out on third.
Yep.
Wow.
Rockford got us there at the end.
Really?
Yeah.
What did you...
6,000.
Was it?
Yeah, it was like 6,300, I think
That's
it was.
awesome.
I think Rockford was 7,200.
Yeah, like literally within the last couple days, they bumped right past us.
Yeah.
What do you guys doing that? I mean, that's huge. What are you guys doing to get that kind of fundraising?
We just get, USA does that. If you raise over $500, your grants free is paid. I don't think a lot of people were aware of that. So we let a lot of our locals know that, and they signed up, and they've just been hitting the streets, going to schools, and getting people to donate them.
So individually,
online
anyone that gets over $500 gets their grants paid for.
Yep.
Entry fees.
Entry fee.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Which is, I mean,
Gotta be careful.
yeah. Right. Entry fees.
Where's
Yep.
my airline ticket?
But we didn't know that. Actually, Matt.
I didn't know that.
Matt White found that out. So, and this year we've grown. We have more of our rider base is doing that. So it's something we really push for to have our riders do. Since we feel like being from Michigan, that as a Michigan track, we should be a number 1, number 2, or number 3 at least.
Yeah.
It's the least we can do. So
That's awesome.
That is cool.
So now you raise over $500, you get your entry fee paid.
yeah. Plus, you're helping out a great cause.
Yeah, I mean, last year we had a dunk tank and a DJ and
Yep.
a bunch of other stuff. People come out and just donated money and their kids and hung out and had a good time all day.
And it rained that
It
day.
rained a little bit. And
Yeah, we
we
had
still
it,
managed to pull the race off. That was
think-
pretty amazing.
So we had 125 riders, and then because it rained, I mean, obviously some people left, but we ended up with like 110. It was our 3rd biggest race of the year last year.
People were very supportive about it. They hung out. They
Yeah.
did the race anyway. They were all about the cause.
I was a big stress ball all day.
I think you're probably that every day, right?
Yeah, well, it was raining, and I'm just like, oh my god, because the way the day started is it rained, and then it became sunny. We walked the track was fine, and then just as soon as we were getting ready to post motos, it downpoured again, and we're like, and then it came sunny again. Track was fine, and then it hit us again, and Chris and Crystal and all the other people was like, we got to go, we got to run it.
Yeah.
So, and it was muddy, but at the end of the day, it turned out an okay. Track was okay, but it did get trashed. The first straight was trashed, but so.
Yeah, it's a good thing we had a whole bunch of glue on there.
You got to make the best of what the situation you're given, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's
But like they said, if they didn't want to be there, they would have left and got their
Yeah.
money back. So it was a good cause. And actually, this year's we have the double. So hopefully,
double points.
yeah, Race for Life
Sweet.
is double. So
All right.
what's the date?
August 3rd.
All right.
Gotta
God,
get
you
that.
got a pretty goddamn busy July all the way into August coming up.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, and I think right now in where we're ranked in points track wise, I think we're not points. I'm sorry, with money raised, we're 4th. I think we're currently sitting 4th, right behind Steel Wheels, if I'm not mistaken, and they have a little over $9,000, and I think we're at 5,000 something.
They had
Something right in there.
They had a great race for life.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
It's like 70 motos. They throw that with their Gold Cup weekend.
Yep.
That just it's hard to compete with over here.
Yeah. That's pretty sweet.
You know, so
It's a good cause. I mean,
it is.
yeah.
So
I was at the first one.
Yeah, I mean, we got I think our group, we have 12 riders involved in our fundraiser, and I think 4 or 5 of them are almost at $1,000.
Holy sh-
So,
We got a couple of hardcore families that just keep driving it.
yeah.
Yep.
And yeah, they're just out there killing it with those donations.
nice.
That's awesome. Good
Where
job.
did you have anything else? Sorry to
I
jump in
think-
there.
No. The only other part of this is when I was collecting this information and stuff. This is actually from 2014 when it was the 40th anniversary, and and I don't know who sent this in, and I'd like to give the person credit, but they said Waterford Oaks should be compared to Waterford Oaks is to BMX what Indianapolis is to motor racing.
Well, that's pretty.
Yeah.
that's pretty
high
big.
praise right there.
Right.
Yeah,
Yep.
and it's the place where all the greats have come to play. All right, so and here is just a handful, and I'm leaving a ton of people out, but these are people I know have raced at Waterford Oaks: Stu Thompson, Greg Hill, Brenton Brian Patterson, Gary Ellis, Mike Miranda, John Cruz, Tommy Bracken, Sherry Elliott, John Tomac, Eric Roop, Deanna Edwards, and we also have a professional dirt jumper, Mr. Brian Dosh, used to race out. at
Brandon.
Waterford.
Brandon Dash.
Brandon. Did I say Brian?
Better check the font on that, buddy.
and Tim Weiss has raced there too.
Tim
And
is.
Tim
Yeah,
Weiss.
Timmy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's just a hand. I'm sure I left out a million people, but it's just.
Speaking of Mike Miranda, he just shared his favorite Waterford Oaks moment was getting the bumper sticker. I surfed and turfed at Waterford. You know he ain't going to be serious about anything.
No, that's true.
That was the bumper sticker?
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was.
Yes.
I thought he was.
No.
I surfed and turfed.
At Waterford Oaks
Was-
Great Lakes National. It's in 1982.
Okay.
And it says ABA National on it. Yeah. It's blue with yellow.
Are they tying in the water pool and then like
Yes.
on the turf is the track?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Because if you
I took
look
that.
at
I took that the way wrong way, Mike. I'm so used to his humor.
No. It's true. No, Hollywood's right this time. You can trust me.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm good with this.
Hey man, the chat's popping off. Thank you guys for jumping in. Damon's in there. Nick Jones and Jill Jones from
Stick
Cape
with Nick.
Coral. Yeah, they're
Chill
in
with
there.
Jill.
Sean Gifford from hanging out at Rockford's in there. We got our first Australian friend, Matthew. Hey, Matt, did you see this right here? Let me go here. There's the jersey right there. That's all the way from Australia. That's his kid's jersey.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. That's cool.
Yeah. I didn't have it up last week. He was in there making sure I was getting done. It's funny. I left it in my gear bag, so I was showing it off at the races. Mike Melvin's joined in there. Joe from Akron. How do you say his last name?
Legnaski.
Thank you.
That's Joe Durst.
Oh, you know, Joe Durst?
He looks
go
like
there?
Fred Durst, so I always tease him.
So, there's something I wanted to ask about that because you guys do a rivalry with them.
Yeah.
And you have like various things you've done, like one at Ray's. You
Yep.
got something else coming up, right?
Well, I just challenged them to come up for the track versus track. I mean, because since they come up and help Slurried, so I just figured I'd throw that out there and see. It kind of was pretty quiet, you know.
Yeah. No.
No, they didn't.
I think they're scared.
They are scared.
They are scared. I believe they are.
Is that Akron? There's the sticker right there. That's what Mike's talking
Okay.
about. That right there.
I might have part of it cut off.
He thought he was going to beat us at the pump track, and actually, I think we would have won the first year, but the first team that went, Walser actually crashed. So,
Yeah, Corey ate it bad.
but we had the time, dude. So they're scared. They're
So that event, right? You guys get together at Waterford, and you had like a relay thing, right? Like you had to pick a couple people from Waterford, a couple people from Akron.
no, it was at Ray's. We did the pump track.
Ray.
It was at Ray's. We do a pump track race.
Okay.
We haven't done one at Waterford yet. No.
Or I'm sorry. I meant you do it at Ray's, but you
Yeah.
have it's Akron versus Ohio or Jesus.
Versus Waterford.
Waterford.
versus Akron.
We have like
I don't know how I missed that. There's Waterford everywhere in this room right now. Sorry.
I think every year we've averaged like 14 or 15 teams, and they do it the first year they did it by ages. It was like I think you had to find a 7 to 9 rider and then a 9 to 13, 17 to 20 and then a 30, 20 plus. But it's always hard to find a 17 to 20 rider because they just don't come.
Right.
So this year they just did 3 ages, and we had like 14 or 15 teams. It's a good time.
That's sweet.
I've went and I didn't do the race, but it was like, oh, they're all going to be there.
Right.
It's like it's a reason in the winter to go hang out with the track. I think it's awesome because you're keeping that camaraderie.
Yep.
Like around Waterford going and Akron. So Akron, you going to show up to try to show out, or you're just going to be a little quiet in the chat?
Well, the best part of it is they run the whole thing, the whole sign up sheets and everything, and we just win their trophies and leave. We appreciate the donation.
That's all good. Shoot.
And I think they have more teams too, so they have more of a chance to win. And we just
we got to drive 4 hours to
3.5 hours
to go win the trophies. Like you
but
said.
but they're always there too, so they have the practice.
Yeah, that's true.
So
they got their own room there, is what I heard. Yeah. It's a secret VIP Akron room down there.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure they put together their teams for it to get there. We just come with whoever and pick people up, and hey, it is what it is. We'll beat you one way or the other.
Oh man,
oh boy,
shit's getting deep. Adam Orovitz, thanks for joining. Oh man, Ken Ballinger, appreciate it. All right, let's get into this because when I made this event for this one right here, this is the one that I had like people be like, we're going to talk. You got to ask him. So we're going to talk about your league.
Yes.
What you guys do, how it's so successful. The numbers are insane. There's pictures that'll flow through here. But I do want to come back because there's a couple other things. We'll talk about some of the other events you guys do.
Track operators, pay attention to this.
Here we go.
Because we've done this 5-6
209
times on this show. Track operators, you need to pay attention to this. This is how you're going to get new kids to your track.
And I've seen your guys' what do you want to say? Like the outcome, the results of what you do, like announcing. I see those classes at 7, 8, and 9. Even in a local race, a few races ago when I announced one of the locals because I was broke off, I'm like flipping the sheet and you get to 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and there's 7 riders. These are locals, by the way. You got 7 riders, 8 riders, 6 riders. Like those classes are stacked. Those are graduates that are finishing up your program and sticking in. So, you guys are Steve, Chris. You guys are coaches, right?
Yes.
Correct.
Yep. And so first off, let's talk about what do you guys do right now that gets the word out there so everyone hears about it, and then we can talk about like how many numbers you guys are doing.
So it's just basically Facebook and social media that we just that, and then this year we've been lucky. One of the volunteers, Amanda, she's actually hit up a lot of the schools and stuff through here in Valley with it and stuff. And then, just kids going to school have their jerseys on. That they tell kids and kids come out. But I mean, the Beginners League is definitely where it's at. I mean, so
so it's a lot of social media. A lot of it's on there, and then as the first couple were successful, those kids went out and told everybody else. And now we've got families that are coming that were told about the program from families that were here last year, and then they come out, they do it, they love it, they fall in love with it, and it keeps building from there. Word of mouth has been almost as successful as that initial, social media push.
Yeah, and you can find the advertisement for it on Marketplace too. Just if you're searching around on Marketplace, it pops up as an ad on there with the phone number to get a hold of the track. You see it all the time.
Yep.
So it's constantly boosting it on Facebook, throwing it on Marketplace, advertising to schools, kids wearing their jerseys. The thing is like, for instance, we had a kid this season. Basically, I brought my neighbor with me. Like, the family dragged him to the track, and now his family's showing up, and it's just, that's how it's going. It's just kids that have done it are bringing other friends, and, it just keeps growing.
Mm-hmm. So you're boosting the, he's good. I got it, Justin. Okay. You're boosting the ads. You're getting them over in Marketplace, and then you're doing kind of boots on the ground.
That's what I was going to say about the Facebook is parents are in that age average. I'm not going to say everybody, but the parents are in that Facebook user range. They're not the Instagram, Snapchat, and all that stuff. So you take a few bucks, I don't know, $15, $20 or whatever it is.
Is that about what you guys pay?
Facebook ad.
Yeah.
And you can kind of cherry pick where you want that to hit around your track, and then so you are going to spend a few bucks on Facebook advertising, but
it pays
you will pay
such dividends.
Yeah,
it comes back in tenfold.
Well, if you haven't used it, and I'm sharing this with people listening. When you set that ad up, you can go right down to like what Josh said. You're here on Valley, right?
Yep.
That's a neighboring community between here and Waterford Oaks. But you can literally pick the geography that you want it. You can nail the target, like male, female, age, this, that, like, and it really pinpoints in what you're looking for. So a little bit of homework. You're going to know exactly where to put that money. And it also, I used it for the bar. Is it doesn't ding you or charge you unless someone actually clicks. So if they scroll and see that ad and show up, great. But if they get click on it, that's when it comes out of your balance of 12, 15, 20 bucks.
Yep.
Which is awesome because you can still get a lot of impressions even just through the scrolling.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah.
Great stuff. So what do you guys, Chris, Steve, what do you guys average in per, what do you guys do? Is it the league? And how many leagues are you doing a year?
We do 3 leagues.
Three leagues a season.
And how many weeks are they?
6.
6 weeks? Okay. And highest number of riders you've had?
75.
Holy shit.
Yeah, 75.
So in a league?
So here's the number
Yep.
for you. So we've done 7 leagues, and we've done 373 riders in 7 leagues. Our lowest league was probably 55 new riders.
Wow.
What's your, like from the open house to the league, what's the difference? Like
It's pretty
So-
consistent.
is
I
it?
think.
It hangs right
yeah,
there.
so with the way USA BMX does it, they do this red podium, so you'll see how many kids actually sign up for it.
Yeah.
And we've had, like, one of our open house, we've had 100, I think this number was way out, but 162 kids were signed up for it.
God damn.
And we ended up with 75 kids registered.
Yeah. Well, that's sign up, and then probably some didn't show up,
Yep.
and then, but still, that's a crazy retention. That's awesome.
Yeah,
That is.
73 kids at the track on a Monday night is pretty crazy.
And
Yeah.
just to share a quick story in the success of this, I had a friend message me and be like, "Why aren't you at the track?" I said, "It's Monday night. What track are you talking about?" And she was at the track because of a neighbor's kid was there, and they were like, "Yeah, my kid does this thing." And she's like, "You don't you race here?" And I was like, "Yeah, I race there, but not on Mondays." And then I was like, "Oh, that's their league night." I'm like, so her neighbor, and this is one of those like friend of a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend that's still getting out there and getting the word out of these leagues.
Wow.
What
They're awesome.
That's awesome.
Are you guys following the USA BMX League, or are you
USA
modifying
BMX.
it? Okay,
Yep.
you're doing
Yep,
you're
exactly
following
what-
their script.
Well, so they put out the basic script. Their script is set up for 30 rider league. So like obviously we're doubling those numbers every time. So we do adjust it just a little bit, and we kind of split up into 2 groups so that we can rotate between whatever drills are there.
Right.
Typically,
Perfect.
Steve will take the older group, I'll take the younger group, or whoever the other coach is. And halfway through, we switch instruction and just go on about it. It's the only way to accommodate that many riders.
Yeah.
But it's flowed. It flows so good. We've about got it down like a machine now. So
Right.
The riders come out, they get something out of it, and then they get to the important part, which is their races that they do every night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and don't get me wrong, we have other people that help at the track. It isn't just me and Chris running the groups. So, like, we have Tim Weiss. He helps a lot, basically.
He'd right on cue.
And then,
Right there.
and, like, Josh's kids, Damien and Devin, will come out and help instruct. My son, Mason, comes out and helps instruct. Selena, Chris's daughter, comes out and helps instruct to do demonstrations of what we want the kids to do.
Mia Flynn comes out.
Mia Flynn's
Mia
there all
Flynn's
the
out there
time.
all the time.
You know,
Great.
But yeah, we have these other riders that have done it. Even some of the graduates ask if they can come back, and absolutely come back, so they know exactly what we're asking them to do. And as we're doing the drills with the kids, we always ask them to, if they see a kid struggling or whatever, just pick them up. And every kid is so excited about one of the past graduates grabbing a hold of them and doing the drill with them.
Yep.
And stuff like that. It's like, like this season I asked what your highlight was, and every single one of them was, I got to ride with like Grayson McCartney and Mason Berry and Damien Devin Long and Selena White, and they having them there is really big for the newer kids because I think it gives them a sense of feeling accepted by better riders, right?
Yeah.
So never putting them down or whatever. It's always like, these guys know what they're doing. They're helping me. I feel awesome.
Right.
Well, it creates a cycle of investment also,
Right.
right? So
Yep.
you've got these new kids that come in that are being helped by the past graduates. The past graduates are feeling gratified because like they're actually contributing back to the same program that brought them in. So that just gets them motivated, and it's a cycle that keeps building and rolling on itself.
Yep.
How many people, so not instructors, or I'm sorry, like not the kid instructors that you guys use, but how many people, so there's Steve, Chris, and you mentioned Tim. Is there anybody else like that's out there each, like?
Yep. Walt and Janae's out there with Ariel. I mean, this year is the year we've had the most
Okay.
people helping, and it's
How many of you guys were there when you started?
I'd say about 4 or 5.
yeah,
probably.
Matt Wyke,
Okay, so
us.
Yeah.
so that was
Sarah, don't forget Sarah.
Yeah.
that is what I wanted to hear, because so many times you hear, can't do it, man. We don't have enough people. If you're doing 75 kids with 4 or 5 people, and then it's going to be, you're going to get the extra instructors with the kids, like not
Right.
counting them, 4 or 5 people, and you can get 75 people back. Like you can get 4 or 5 people.
Well, the thing too, like, is when I'm talking to all the kids, I always include parents, and I emphasize the track is open to you. Please walk around, like the whole track, the infield, everything. Nothing's off limits. Help yourself. And like the first week or two, I think they're a little bit cautious about doing it. But as soon as their kid crashes, like the next week, they're roaming the whole infield, and then all of a sudden it just multiplies parents. And by the end of the session, the 6 weeks, every straightaway is lined with parents helping the kids get around the track if they need anything, encouraging them and stuff like that, And we always have it to where, as the little kids come around, we have the parents, clap for them, cheer them on, and stuff like that. So
The parent participation is a key part of the success there. They come out, and then it invests them in the track also. The more that they feel comfortable, obviously their kids are coming out, they're having a great time.
Yeah.
They're feeling comfortable pretty much from day one. The parents coming out, Steve's right, like week 2, week 3, they're starting to feel comfortable at the track. And then once that happens, I mean, you pretty much got a rider right there. They hang out, and you're going to see them again every week.
Yeah.
So in the structure, the weekly structure, is there anything you're adding in there? Like you just mentioned, kind of by natural, you got like parents lining straight away and clapping. Like that's huge.
Yep.
Real quick, Adam, it's a USA BMX league, right, guys?
Yeah.
correct.
Okay.
Yep.
And
But
I
the
know
but,
it's
but the first one we did Caruth.
okay.
The very first ever we started with Michael Caruth.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and that's just tweaked some from the USA BMX one. It's a little different.
Yep.
so is there anything you guys are added that you've seen that is brought results? Maybe like aside from getting the parents to line the straights, like other things that maybe have happened, not necessarily set out to do.
I don't think so. We really haven't veered too far off course of what the layout is every week. Just the one thing we continuously emphasize is parent involvement, right? Getting out there, rooting on a kid. If you see a kid that might have wiped out, crashed, whatever you want to call it, even if it isn't your kid, help them up. And then the big thing is whoever's announcing, whether it's Tim or Josh, you never tell a kid, hey, this kid's running in last place, right?
Oh, no.
It's
That's a golden rule.
it's always like they're running 4th place or whatever. There's just certain things we've cut out of the vocabulary as far as always trying to make them feel like they're doing better, right? And it's constantly doing that. A big thing me and Chris have always talked about with the kids, like work with someone else, because there's always the kids that are better than the other ones. And then if we see kids that are being mean or rude, and we just lay it out for them, like, if that's what you want to be, this isn't the place for you. We'll gladly let you leave.
How do you handle keeping that, even when it's split in two? How do you handle keeping them focused?
Oh, so you just keep them on task. The big thing is being organized and having a plan, and then sticking to the schedule. And then after that, things are moving quick enough. You keep them moving.
Okay.
You don't try and stick too long on one thing. We're not out there necessarily to teach them how to be the best BMX rider. We're out there to show them how to be comfortable on the track, how to be comfortable in the area. And
My son.
once you focus on that,
Dance
And
stuff.
you just break the task down into small things, drive forward, get through it. And honestly, each period of instruction is probably about 15, 20 minutes on average. And then they switch and they do another 15, 20. They don't have time to get bored.
Right.
Okay.
They're just moving too much.
Well, I think, and to add to that, I think Chris with his military
I just was going to
sternness,
say.
and then me not being a very small guy. As soon as we jump on the octave level, bring it up a little bit, the kids tend to get a little wide eyed and pay a little bit better attention.
Okay.
Right. Yeah.
So I learned a lot of that from Nick Long. His clinic coming through. Like, if
Yeah.
you've seen a Nick Long clinic, he does not necessarily go gentle no matter how old they are. He keeps his discipline.
Yep.
So you brought up the military background. I can't yell at kids like I do soldiers, right? You just can't do that. You're going to break someone's heart. But just seeing how far he was able to push it kind of instructed how far I feel like going. And but honestly, we always tell them, stick with it. It all starts with fun, right? Like, if you're not out there having fun, you're not doing it right. We start with fun, we keep them busy, and then we drive them through. As long as they're moving around, they're having a good time, and they don't have time to get in trouble. Everybody leaves happy. The parents are happy, the kids are happy, everybody's exhausted. It's a good night.
Yeah, it's a cool program. One of the things for people out there that aren't familiar with it, like when you start the open house and that, it's for people. It's not for any of the kids that are already racing. They're not coming to practice night when you're having your open house. It's just for the new kids that have never been to BMX before.
Yep.
So you don't want your, 17 experts showing up with all the gear and this tricked out bike and all that stuff. You don't want that person there when you're having your open house. You want blue jeans and a long sleeve shirt, and their kids are probably using a rental bike from the track and a helmet from the track, and that's what you want there. You don't want these new families seeing all this high end that we all do every week when we're out riding. You want to
Absolutely. And one of the things is, if you're going to come out there and you're an experienced rider, we've asked you not to wear a sponsored jersey or whatever. So, but basically the only jerseys we let out there is the Waterford jerseys, because you can buy them at the track. They're open to anyone to buy. But we don't want kids feeling intimidated. So, and during the open house, if you are an experienced rider, we've never had an issue where one of the experienced riders haven't just jumped in and helped a kid that was in need.
Right.
So, but yeah, to your point, a lot of them, experienced riders, don't show up for the open house, but they are always welcome.
We would love to have all of them come out
and they always help.
help. Absolutely.
Yes, help would be great. Yes.
One of the questions you might have touched on is how many parents of the league riders step in as volunteers?
That number is growing.
Is it?
Every league, we've got one or two more parents that are up there.
Like Amanda, she helps out real well. She just chimed in.
Yep.
Walt and Janae.
They came through the league? Walt did?
Yeah, every one
they've
of
been
them,
to everyone so far.
That's awesome. I
Raul-
raced Walt in cruiser class.
Raul
Great
and
guy.
Paola's been there.
Yep.
Okay.
They got the Ficaros. The Ficaro
Ficaros,
family's coming
yeah.
out a lot. I'm sure we're forgetting people. And then the Malmquist.
Monquist, they're there.
So many people. They'll come out, even for just that day, they'll come out and help.
Do these volunteers end up joining the track volunteers too?
Yep.
Yeah, every one of them we just listed is in our group of volunteers.
Okay,
now.
so they actually do the. Okay, I was thinking they were helping the league stuff, but you're capturing people out of the league to actually become volunteers for the track.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
That's the other plus to the track operator, and that's where I screwed up when I did the league at Waterford Oaks
It's
years
tough.
ago. Was I didn't capture the parents. I just focused on the kids, and that's where I screwed up. So
It's a great time to catch them, too. Everybody's excited about it. Like, they want to be a part of everything that they're seeing. So, yeah.
Yep.
I wouldn't say you screwed up. 'Cause being a track operator is pretty tough to do. So,
Well, that was the
you tried
part-
your hardest.
That's the part I fell short on, I guess.
Oh, there you go, Chris.
And then we're doing that thing now where we have someone dedicated every beginners league. If parents have questions about volunteering, we make the announcement. Usually Timmy will make the announcement of come talk to whoever, and we have them walking around on the infield. But make the announcement, this is who you come talk to, and then they'll walk them right through every step of the volunteer process.
Awesome.
Temperance has helped out a lot at the
Yeah,
league, too.
Temperance has been
forgot
a
about
huge
that.
help.
Huge
Temperance, Goldfarb.
Man.
Yep.
Did she come through the league system?
No.
No, okay.
No, but she just had surgery and she still comes up. She drives herself up. She'll do scoring and all that stuff. So
That's awesome.
she's been a big help for us.
That's-
She's
that's-
younger,
good
right?
kid.
She's like 15.
She's 16. She
16?
drives now.
There you go.
Wow, what a! I mean, that's.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. She hurt, but like this, that part to be that, like feeling she fit in like that right there to come and help like that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, this year's been pretty good with the ex riders coming up and helping. I mean, it's been an overwhelming support we've got this year. Really, it has.
Yeah, we've definitely needed it. That's for sure.
Yeah, 73 kids is a lot.
Yeah.
That's a handful.
Yeah, anybody wants to come help put the bikes away, they're more than welcome.
Man,
Take them out too, you know.
Because putting 53 bikes away in a trailer, that takes some time.
are you okay? So I'm sure if it's not in there, it'll be in there. How do you grow the rental fleet?
So at this point, I think we're more getting like we're switching out the rental fleet.
Right.
Okay.
We got some of those bikes been there for a minute. Yeah.
So you're going to make money off league, right? So basically, this year I dumped like $3,000 back into the rental bikes. So
Okay.
I
Nice.
bought 12 bikes. So I mean, we got over 50 rental bikes.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I mean, some of the bikes are so like the old dyno VFRs and stuff like that. I mean, we've replaced
Right.
some of those bad
Yeah,
boys.
yeah.
You know, thank God
And,
we
uh,
don't have to lift those up in the trailer and hang them up in our holy.
Jim Cassidy's helped us a lot on bikes, you know. And then another good thing is, I just watch Marketplace, man. And when
Really?
like I've got a lot of good bikes for $200 off Marketplace. Really.
So the guys at Magic BMX help you
Yeah,
out.
Jim Cassidy's always helps
Great.
us. He supports us really well.
What do you when you're on Marketplace? What is it you're looking for? Is it a price or? I mean, I know you know bikes, but for maybe people might not.
Well, usually I just get on Facebook sometimes and look, and there's a bike there, or one of the volunteers will send me a message, and you know, then I'll ask the people, I'm like, you guys okay with this bike? You know, get everybody's approval, and they're like, yeah, we need it. And you know, like I bought one off of Rennie. Rennie had a Haro. They sold us. Who I can't remember. We bought. The guy up at Richfield, the truck driver.
I know it's yep. Yeah.
I bought an S squared off of him.
And I'm forgetting his name.
His
Austin,
youngest,
if you're listening, please help me out.
his younger son was pretty fast back in the day, or his grandson. Why can't I think of his?
It'll come to you 5 minutes after we go off.
Yeah.
His son
Right.
is built. Yeah, so he had an S squared, and it was on Marketplace for a while for $550. And I was like, we'll take that as a cruiser, and it's rock solid cruiser for $550, man.
Yeah, one of the most popular bikes that.
Well, you
people
get
jump on.
an older dad that's in the league, and you know he's kind of. You look at him, you're like, yeah, you're not gonna be a GT. We're gonna give you the S squared.
Yeah.
Because we know this bike's good, you know.
Yeah.
Do you get a lot of adults?
Yeah, this year, this league we had two full racks.
Yep, sure did.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if your
Moms
kids,
and dads.
yeah, if your kids in the league, then the parents can join in as well if they choose to.
Yeah, for $109, and that's a good time. And believe it or not,
Is
one
that
of
a
our
discount or something?
discount. So if
Oh,
you
so
have a
you
kid that doesn't-
discount.
yeah.
Parents.
We don't. No, we don't do it. USA.
USA.
Okay.
That's a rule. So it's $149 for the kid and $109 for the parent. That does
What a
it.
great. Oh, it's solid.
Which the USA BMX membership is $80. So I mean,
There's nothing wrong there.
you know,
That's true.
so,
And if you sign up at Waterford, you might get to ride the S square.
yeah. our one of our biggest supporters that's donated to the track came from League, straight from League.
Wow, that's awesome.
Really?
Yep.
That's great. Drake said it. Terry Smith,
Nope.
not Terry Smith.
Nope. It's
Try again, Drake.
Keep guessing.
what's his?
Sorry, nope.
you know who
we
he
can't
is.
think about it right now.
His son is in Devin's class, but does it right. He's a wrestler.
Nope.
I don't know.
Wait. Let me check.
Beckman. Steve Beckman.
Yeah, yep.
Oh yeah.
We bought his cruiser from
Okay.
him.
Yeah, yeah.
That's who
Yep.
it is.
There's like 3 generations.
Yeah,
of
we
them.
all
Yep.
know that now. Good call.
Well, we got it. So we got we talked to open house, the league. We only need 5 people. You guys got to start at 5 people, and you're doing 75 kids now and more.
Yep.
You're looking at Marketplace for bikes, and you're working the local bike shop you've got over there.
Yeah.
There's Brian with the assist. He had it. I knew he was going to get in there. Ronnie Anderson joining the chat. Don't know, you know.
You know, Ronnie.
All right, so we talked about the league. What are you guys doing for the? Do you guys the graduation part?
Pizza party and awards.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
That all included. You know.
Yeah, so
Week
they
6
get
is
it.
a race. They come in, they do their final, like, actual open race, and then pizza party and awards.
Yeah, so you guys are right following the syllabus real tight then, and you're getting all this success. So there's no reason anyone can't do it.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
All you track operators need to check this out. If you want to grow your program, this is how you get kids.
You guys,
It works.
you're all on social media.
Right.
So if you want to hit up Steve or Chris or Josh to talk about this, because there's some track people in here right now that are looking.
Yeah.
looking
or
and asking
contact the show and we'll get you to who you need.
Yeah.
As well. So
Josh Smith just joined. We were just talking about you earlier.
Better yet, just come out to track and volunteer, and we'll talk to you while you're there.
There you go.
That is the sales right there.
Right.
Come on out and volunteer. We'll get you helped out. So you
on.
guys have done a couple track jerseys and
Yep.
like always keeping it fresh. So some of these other programs, kind of ideas you guys do that, pull kids in, keep the parents together. You got the jersey. You guys just did and the picture is going to cycle through. I'll try to pin it. You guys just did. You're always doing stuff. Like you did stuff at Modern. What did you guys do over there?
That was our end of the year banquet.
Okay. By the way, it's when we say Modern. Modern is a skate park here in Michigan. There was actually just a stop of the USA BMX freestyle.
It's an indoor skate park.
And you guys do this in the winter, right?
Yep.
So you bring in the people. Guys get to ride the skate park. They got a little banquet room back there for you.
Yep.
What'd you guys do?
So we did 2 hours in the banquet,
Yeah.
and then 2 hours open riding for the kids. So,
Sick.
we have a
We
Nerf
also
gun
had a
war?
fundraiser there to one.
we did.
Yeah.
We've had 2 fundraisers there. Yep.
So and then I believe the one time Chuck Nagy from Heavy Pedals sponsored the best trick contest, jump contest,
Yep.
whatever it was, and just it's kind of just like here we rented this place out, come and help support us, and we'll figure out how to have a good time once we get there.
What are some of the other fundraisers you guys do for the track? Not for USA BMX or anything, but like for the track.
Well, we got one for Applebee's.
Yep.
I believe it's. So the next one's July 3rd. You go in there and say you're from Waterford. Obviously, 10% of your bill goes to Waterford. That's every month. I think goes for 9 months long.
We got Jimmy John's coming up, don't we?
Jimmy John's, we partnered with them.
Jimmy John's Field.
Yeah,
So,
the baseball games coming up.
$25 tickets. You get a hot dog and stuff, and then a portion of that goes to Waterford.
How'd you find out about these?
Amanda
Amanda McCartney.
Amanda McCartney?
She's
Yeah,
amazing.
Is that Racing Grayson's mom?
Racing Grayson and Lit Logan. She
Yep.
she took it over. I was doing it for a little bit, and it just got too much, and she took it and ran, and it's been killer.
And like a lot of people want to kind of shy away from franchises, right?
Right.
But they have these things built in.
Right.
Like I can remember Noodles and Company next to one of the stores I worked at. Like they had one built. They have that fundraising. It's grassroots fundraising built right in, and they did very similar. Like you bring your group in,
Right.
fraternity, something like that, and you get a percentage of it. You know what I mean? I was like, well, you guys are doing Applebee's, Jimmy John's. There was somebody else. You did a. Are they low? Is it Aubrey's? Was that local?
Yeah, we did Aubrey's.
Okay.
Yep, that was Sebastian's mom helped us out there.
We did the banners out to the track of all the
That's
riders.
cool. That's the one I was
band.
gonna.
That's
Yep.
it. Yeah.
Yep, the
So
banners was
that was
cool.
a good one.
That was a good one. We got I think I just put another order in. I think we got 37 or 40 banners along our fence line.
I'm gonna try to pull up a picture right now. So whose idea was these banners?
That was me.
That was you. Okay, and you who'd you work with on these?
Crit. Michael Rodriguez, 401 made Crit.
Where are they?
Yeah, they're on there somewhere. Yeah. So for a fee, you can get a picture of your racer
Yep.
on there, and it's Waterford Oaks logos and that type of stuff around it.
Yep.
And then it goes on the fence for the whole race season.
Yep.
And then the riders get it at the end of the
They
year.
get it at the end of the year. And then like for Selena, she's a 2-time gold cup champion. So I had them put 2 times and then put a gold cup plate on it. So
Oh, nice.
so if you want if you're a state champion and you wanted to put state champion in it, I'm sure you could do that as well.
Okay. All right. So then that a portion of that sale goes back to the track.
Yes.
That's cool.
And I actually screwed up because I thought our fence was 4 foot, so I ordered 4 foot tall ones, and then we had about 30 of them to put on. And then when we went to put them on, the fence was actually smaller.
Oh no!
So because I thought a standard chain link fence was 4 foot, so we had to put them off to the side. But actually, we like them better. Yeah, there's the banners right there.
Yep.
I'm going to get them up on the screen here.
Yeah, they are.
I'm actually going to go full screen so people can see them here. This is full screen. So these hang up along the fence line.
Yep.
And it's not the cost isn't very much, right?
No, $65.
And they get it at the end of the year,
They get it
and the
at the end of the
track's making some money on this.
Yes. I got it off because my son plays soccer, and whenever you go to soccer, he plays for Grand Blanc High School, and they bought all the banners and hung them in the bleachers for their kids. So I was just walking through one day, and I'm just like, hey,
Yeah.
that's cool, 2x3, but I want to go bigger. So
Bigger's always better.
bigger is so we did 3x4, I believe, and so
Yeah, those are sharp.
They're good looking banners, very durable. They look great out there.
yep. But you have to watch the image you send him, because you just can't like screenshot off your phone and send it to him, because when he blows it up, it gets blurry.
So you need a high resolution picture.
So usually, like the photographer BMX Rocks, you work with her, Miller, and all that. Just they'll sell you the picture, and then you just pass it along, and you get a good quality image.
Yeah, they're at BPMX, right?
Yep, Brian Miller.
BPBMX, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, Chuck would have them.
Chuck.
Panucci,
Chuck's
all
doing them now.
of them. Yeah, they'd all
Yep.
have them. Yeah, I was trying to. I know. I'll keep looking here. We'll get a shot of, because the fence line, right? So it's just right there by the volleyball courts. It's if you've ever been to Waterford, it's by the concession stand. But now it's like almost covered, right?
Yep,
And it's like a
Yep.
really neat looking, because
it kind of wraps the whole fence.
Yeah.
and I got 3 more coming too for the national.
Yeah.
So I think it's be cool for people to come in from out of states and see the local riders, and
Yeah.
I'm working on one with Chris, like when he's squinting right here on his iPad, and I want that one somehow just blown up massively.
We'll hang it out to the track.
Yeah, I'm gonna call Crit and be like, "Is there a way you can give me like 2 of them put together as one?"
We'll hang it right from the motorboard. It'll be front and center.
Whatever you want.
Up there on the tower.
Yeah, there you go.
Chris gets tower real estate out there.
Oh gosh.
Any other fundraiser you guys have been doing we didn't get a chance to talk about? We did you guys are doing the restaurant, and those are easy, right? Like they just, I'm sure Amanda can echo this or correct me if I'm wrong, but it's really just pretty much calling them up, emailing them, messaging them something.
And they do takeout too, so that goes to Waterford.
Oh,
so.
no kidding.
And it's July 3rd, so everybody should be in town for the national. So
Yeah.
help Waterford out and order takeout for us, please.
And
There you
it's
go,
the
Josh.
Applebee's,
Yeah,
out
Applebee's
in White Lake. Right?
Loaded up.
Yeah, White Lake on 59,
So-
right by the Home Depot.
Yeah, so it's 15 minutes max from the track.
Right.
And we got Custard Corner. That's not a fundraiser, but all the kids get a free,
Oh, you get the little coupon when you get your trophy.
Yep.
You can go get a small ice cream cone.
That's great.
What we're finding is when Amanda calls around, there's usually runs into parents or owners that's had kids that came through Waterford Oaks, and they're willing to help. Like Sherwin-Williams donated 2 5-gallon buckets because their kids used to race at Waterford. I think Custard Corner is also from Waterford.
Yeah.
So
That's the advantage of having 50 years of riding at a track.
No kidding.
Like
Right.
everybody within 5 minutes knows Waterford.
Yeah.
And want to be part of it. I tell you what, though, you can't go to a national. I think I was wearing last year. I forget what national it was. Probably Music City. And I'm just walking down and then had a Waterford shirt on. Some random dude's like, "Hey, I raced back there 20 years ago." And then I'm
Yeah.
sitting talking to this dude for 15 minutes about Waterford Oaks and how it looked back in the day.
I was at a Tiger game earlier this year, and a guy came up to me. He just started talking to me about, because I was wearing this shirt, and he started just volunteered his Waterford Oak story.
Nice.
He's like, yeah, I this. I'm like, yep, absolutely.
Is he on factory red line?
He would have been close to the age that for sure he rode factory. Like he'd have been right there. Yeah.
That's kind of a
funny.
little inside joke.
Yeah. Never met anybody Chris's age that wasn't a factory rider.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I rode factory for Kuhara back in the day.
I knew Stu Thompson.
There you go.
Does it? So we want to talk about nationals? What do we got? Well, you know what? I want to, because you guys worked really hard on this. So I got that right, correct? So I was kind of
Detroit Sports Commission.
Okay, so they've been big partners for a while there,
Yep.
and I know they they're always eager to help out. Like, how did that happen, and what are
So-
they doing to help you guys?
So the partnership, actually, we had nothing to do with. Like, as me, Steve, John David, I believe, approached the head at Detroit Sports Commission at a function in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and it was regards to our beginner league numbers, and actually approached him to having a national at the track.
Yeah.
And then they reached out to us, and we're like, this sounds pretty promising.
So
Yeah.
they helped with the 2014 national at Waterford Oaks.
Yep.
So he was probably familiar with it, unless the players changed. But yeah,
So we didn't have nothing to do with that. Actually, John David reached out to them, and then they reached out to us, and then obviously we took it from there. But
What, when you you made that relationship with them, they're partnering with you guys now. They helping with like getting the. I know they've helped and shared things. Are they helping like with the league too?
nope,
No.
just basically the national.
Okay, so when you make this relationship with that sports commission, what is it that they provide for you, like for this event?
The money.
Yeah, I mean that's
Is
just
it?
the long and short of it is the money.
Yep.
Yeah, I know they have a massive reach because they look at it as like how much money's coming into your state.
So I don't know. Not a lot of people know this. I didn't even know this, but all the hotels within the area. So like Detroit, Oakland County, there's a tax. So everybody stays at that hotel. 3% of their stay goes to the Detroit Sports Commission for them to bring in stuff like this.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
that's any hotel, just not
Yeah,
just
any
certain
hotel,
one.
any
hotel within that
It's their
area.
job to bring in events like this. So
and I believe I might be wrong about this, but I think Detroit Sports Commission was involved with bringing the NFL draft to Detroit.
yes,
Correct.
Yep.
I mean, any type of
Any
sporting
big event,
event.
They had
that comes-
boxing there.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's kind of another thing they're bringing to it too, right? Like they're kind of taking the organizational point of view, like what it takes to get this big of an event together. Like they're talking to the county, they're talking to us, they're coordinating with whoever else they coordinate with the hotels and everything. All the stuff you don't necessarily see. It seems like they're kind of leading the way, making sure all the boxes are checked, T's are dotted, I's are crossed, and all that.
Yeah, and they were just out to the track when we had Connor Fields out there and,
Yep.
shooting videos. They had Josh's boy Devin wearing the GoPro, shooting videos. My son Mason got to wear the GoPro and shoot some videos. Interviewed Connor, and then was there when we presented him with the jersey with all the kids signed that Josh came up with. So there's pictures of that.
That's been
available, too.
cycling through, actually. I got it off right now, but that actually has been cycling through. Then here's another thing I've seen you guys doing. Tons of clinics. Like it's like you guys have really ramped it up. Do you find that having lots of clinics helps your rider retention and the rider base at your track as far as experience goes and staying at the track, things like that?
The one thing I noticed transferring over from the beginners league is that these kids are, if they stick with it, are very eager to learn.
Right.
So, and then their parents are also like, yeah, whatever it takes,
Right.
So luckily for us, we have Alita Beeman right around the corner.
Sure.
And she's always like,
Yep.
just let me know, I'll pop in, we'll do something, we'll line something up. And it's 90% of who she has is the kids that just graduated beginners league.
Yeah.
And then you have a few kids, like our kids will show up and do them once in a while, but yeah, and it's always like if we go a week or two without one, it's a message or a phone call. When's the next one? When's the next one? When's the next one? So it's constantly having to line something up that all summer long we want to try to have it booked as many days as possible.
No kidding.
And it's never a issue filling it up for whoever shows up to do a clinic. It's full within a few minutes.
It's not so much even like keeping the momentum going; it's keeping up with the momentum.
Right.
Everybody's
Okay.
like Steve said. Everybody's so excited coming out of the league. They want to learn. They want to get on the track. They want to pick up these skills that they see all these other great riders doing, and the clinics are just filling a need.
And you guys bring in a lot of different people. You've had Upshaw, you've got Olivia coming in, you've had Alita, Connor. I know.
The first one we did was with Nick and Alita, and they did a great one. Like,
Yeah.
Nick impressed me a lot when he was here. Nick
And
Dawson
and I
was
mean-
Nick Dawson.
yeah, he was good. Like so
Yeah, and I mean we're very lucky to have Alita too. I mean that is a elite pro that is very good with the children
Very.
of any skill level, man. Like
She's even good with the older guys.
right from the heart, shoots it right from the heart, and always tries to make sure every kid is involved in the clinic. It's really nice.
Upshaw's every year. We've done him every year.
Upshaw's amazing.
Last 3 years,
Absolutely
he's great.
Great dude.
You had Carly? You guys had Carly.
Carly's coming. She's
That's it.
We got two more, and she'll be completely sold out. Nick's sold out. Dominguez.
Yeah, we're gonna.
I
that's
forgot
gonna be
about that
huge.
week
I was
long,
sitting on that one.
Yeah.
I wore the hat for a reason.
Yeah, that was actually you. You brought that to us, so thank you very much.
He's
And
a
then
good one.
I haven't released this one, but No Logo is also coming. to
Breaking
Waterford.
news, ladies and gentlemen.
So-
You heard it
from
first.
the Getaware News
The
Desk.
No Logo will be at Waterford on,
Yeah.
on a summer tour.
Last year we had Drew Polk in right after the track rebuild, and he just come out there and sent the biggest jumps, and it instantly went on Instagram, and it was awesome to see it. And like the jumps no one had hit yet, he's just like, let's do it. And it's like, wow.
He did the
That's
triple.
how you get it done.
So, back what you, the demand is there.
Yes.
You build the league. The kids get done with the league, and now you're building a demand for these other coaches that you can fill with clinics, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So, I mean, it does. Yeah, I hear that. What I'm hearing is like you start with this league, and everything grows. Volunteers grows, clinics grows. Then the brand, the name, just keeps growing and growing. You guys done a great job in the last few years too of just how fast Waterford's name's gotten around.
Yeah, our jersey sales have probably, this is no lie, we've sold 150 jerseys.
God damn.
When we go to the state races or anywhere,
Oh, I can tell you from announcing.
they're everywhere.
It's great.
They
Yeah,
are
I was
everywhere.
sending Josh order requests from the Grands. I was walking around and Mason had his on. I'm like, hey, these people want to order a jersey. Here's their information. And it was just bang, bang, bang. Jerseys flying out the door at the Grands.
It's a great
Yeah.
looking jersey, and the name people are associating with
Yeah,
it.
he sold 2 jerseys to a couple in Washington.
Yep.
So,
That's awesome.
and we got 25 coming in for the national. So
All right.
there
So
will be jerseys in
you
stock
guys
for the national.
want the official Waterford Oaks jersey, get on their Facebook page and message them, and they'll take care of that for you.
Or even better, come up to the national, race at the national.
Yep. So it can beat Akron.
That's right.
Yes.
Yes. Beat Akron.
Beat Akron at all costs. That's all we care about. Just beat Akron. You guys
Okay.
are going down.
We're gonna deflate your good
Billy
week.
at Gate 9 is going to be all over this now.
You ain't gonna know what to do.
Nope.
He's parking in the back now.
Hey, wait a minute. We're supposed to hang out
Supposed
with
to
him.
pit
Wait a
next to
minute.
him. Don't put it too far away.
Not too far to the back, please.
Yeah, so he went and I'll wear it in there you go. Billy just chimed in. He'll wear it in Akron. Just gotta set him one aside.
There you go.
Let's talk this national. A lot of work. Got the national coming up, 50th anniversary. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
How exciting is this?
Well, speaking of on just for me, I don't know if it's so much excitement as it is worried if everything's going to be right. Like I'm not going to speak for Josh, but I know Josh is at the track 7 days a week, and luckily for him, he has one cool ass wife that is dealing with it, right? And it's
Tolerates,
it,
for
sure.
and it's a never ending process. Nothing is ever good enough at this point. We're trying to make everything perfect, so we're more worried about at this point than excited. I think we'll be excited when it's over. You know what I mean?
I can understand that. Yeah,
So,
I
It
can.
gets nerve-wracking for sure.
Well, for me, what makes this national so great is it has been in Michigan for a while, and
Yeah.
you see a lot of kids out there in Michigan that don't travel, maybe because they don't have the money or whatever. But this way, they can actually do a national, because there's a lot of kids that sit in the chute and they're like, oh, I was in Tennessee, and what does that kid feel like when they can't experience a national?
Yeah.
So now you got kids now that are going to be able to experience a national. That's what I like about it. Is this kids that's never been able to experience a national, like they can't go to Rockford, they can't go to Nashville, they can't go to Pittsburgh. Now they can experience it.
Yeah.
So
that's really cool. Actually, that just kind of give me like the little.
Yeah, and
That was cool.
It's a big selling point for our beginners league right now too, because we have parents asking so many questions, and we just keep telling them, show up on this weekend, and you'll get to see the pros, right? And we just rattle off some pros, and all the kids, you see their eyes just open and wide, and they're like, "Yeah, Mom, Dad, we're coming."
And honestly, that big red pulling in during the ceremony,
Oh, man.
Oh yeah,
it was
that
crazy.
awesome.
Steve comes running in, and he's like, "It's here." I'm like, "What's here?"
Yeah.
And then you're honk honk, and all the kids just looked. And I'm just like, man.
Big
You know,
Reg,
man.
the semi.
Yeah, the USA semi.
USA
Right,
BMX.
right in the middle of the awards presentation too. It's kind of
Perfect
like
timing.
we're rolling along, announcing kids' names, and they blow the horn and
Right.
all this stuff, and it's like, all right, well, everyone's attention back over here, please. Let's get this wrapped up.
Yeah, I got goosebumps. It was crazy.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
nice. It's really cool.
It's kind of like one of those things. It's real.
Chris,
It's here.
It's coming.
It's here.
Chris, what are you excited about with the national coming in?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I'm excited to watch my daughter race. I'm not
There
gonna
you
lie. No, it's not all about her. Well, it is, but we've got so many riders that have come through the last couple of years. So the watching the riders that have been with Waterford for so long get the national here, and then seeing the next generation of kids coming in for the next national at Waterford, I'm excited to see that come together and kind of create another link between the past and the future.
Cool.
The whole thing. I'm excited for all of it.
Yeah. That's awesome. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think that's all of our thing. Just
Nice.
watching our kids ride that national, I think is the biggest part of
Yeah.
what we're looking forward to. Honestly,
Yeah.
You guys want to beat Akron. Josh is over here wearing a Cincinnati hat.
yeah.
You wear an Ohio hat for her. But, so, if you guys, the picture has been on and off, but Waterford is not a normally laid out sanctioned track. It's not back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Neither is Akron. So a few years ago, they had a national, and it was a pro stop. And I was really excited to watch that race, not on a back and forth track, right?
Right.
When you guys announced it, I might have heard it a little early, but I'm telling you, I'm so excited. I'm so excited to watch pros race on a track that isn't an M or a W or a paperclip.
Yes.
That's what Connor Field said.
What did he say?
He said that it's going to be exciting because it's not going to be cookie cutter like all the other pro nationals.
Right, those pros sending it down into turn one, our kamikaze corner.
Yep.
It's going to be insane.
He said that
That's going to be the turn to watch.
Oh, yeah.
that
it's
off
gonna be
camber
awesome.
jump is going to be a sight to see. for
Coming
all
down the last straightaway.
Yep.
Yeah, off camber, right?
You know what? I don't know how they're going to get stopped when they get to that finish line.
It's fast.
Because when
Let's
you
just put
Right.
even this old guy, when I get coming down that last straightaway, by the time you get to the finish line, you are hauling the mail, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you are flying.
I got a full
There
screen.
you go.
Well,
There it is.
I was positioned down there to keep the kids from going to the score last year for the state final, and you guys have some pretty big eyes going down that straight. The old man coming down, it was funny, dude. I'm just sitting there watching him and just like,
Oh yeah, wide-eyed and brakes are squealing on every old man class coming through there.
So we did talk about this on the Mixed Open show past weekend that Rick Carter and I did together with Mike
With the
Melvin.
beer budget BMX.
Yeah, but one of the things we were talking about, and you guys can jump in here. So going along the first straight, diving into that 90 first corner, the locals and I, we know this stuff, but you drop down into that corner. So
Oh yeah, real quickly.
warp speed, even
Yes.
even the old guys, you hit warp drive. And like I want to post up right in there and watch those pros race right there. So you guys are getting a shot of the Waterford Oaks layout. This is the current Waterford Oaks. It was only from a few weeks ago. So like they were saying, this off camber turn or roller right here, where you can see my mouse floating over,
Going into the last straightaway.
right there, that takes you into the last straightaway. Everything like that part right there, knowing this isn't your normal layout. I'm so excited for it. So excited to watch this. I ain't even signing up, dude. You guys are just gonna see me walking around taking pictures.
Oh yeah,
Basically-
and the triple that follows that up, man. That's gonna be watching those pros send that thing. That's gonna be awesome. 'cause-
I think that's the only way they're going to be able
Yeah,
to hit
it's
it.
the
They're
only
going to have
way.
so much speed.
Yeah. Hopefully they don't clear it and land in the double after it too. That's how fast you're gonna be going.
It's
I was going to say,
Well-
once you come out of that third turn and start past the announcer's tower,
It's all
you
downhill
start
from
picking
there.
up speed right there.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
when
All
the speed
downhill.
picks up.
Oh yeah, yeah. Because I mean that long first straightaway, and then like you said, when you come off that tabletop, it's just straight downhill into that turn, and into turn one, and it's you're moving. You're moving really fast.
Yep.
Before I forget, who built your track?
Eric Bress.
Okay. I mean, it's he brought a lot of innovative ingenuity to that.
Yep.
He had to.
Since we took it over,
true.
we've put 700 yards of dirt in.
God.
Nice.
There's 700 yards of dirt brought in.
That is-
The added things you guys have done, the airbrushing, the spray paint, whatever, the tagging, and the tops of the turns. Don't worry, it's not slick. I've been up there.
Yeah,
Chris
it
Chris
doesn't
ran me
slide.
up. Chris ran me up there in the first turn once.
So we shouldn't
Sorry.
say that the asphalt truck's coming in next week.
You should actually wait a week. Like
No,
do it the week, like literally the day before.
Yeah, we're gonna do it. We're gonna break up the clinics the day before the national and re-asphalt the turns.
Yeah.
Right.
No, we're not.
No,
we're not doing it. We learned, and I think I actually texted the group after that and said we will not be doing that. So.
But you
There's-
could seal coat it, make sure it's extra slick.
Nope, gonna
Right.
pass on that too right now. I mean,
know.
you're gonna need all the grip you can get in those turns. You're gonna be going so fast.
You
I
guys
promise you
might
that.
want to get some old mattresses or something, and put them on the back side of that first turn
Right.
just to catch people when they go in there.
Well, luckily the county cut all the trees out of there, so we got one left. So they were
That's true.
thinking.
It's good to because I was sitting there in the state race on the quad watching it, and that is a good spot to watch from. So
Yeah, for sure.
Down in there, yeah.
And you guys, Timmy sent me a video. You guys did some work. Was it
on
today
the
or
gate
yesterday?
today, Tim was all in charge of that. Tim grabbed
Okay.
that and handled that all, and he knocked it out of the park. We're grateful for Tim.
Is that
So
the transition out the gate?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
it's all brand new. Tim killed it on that. We thank Tim for that.
yeah.
Good job,
So we
Timmy.
got the transition from the gate drop to the asphalt.
Yep.
He's reworked that.
It's all been cut out and it's all concrete now. So
Smooth.
Yep. And then on top of that, we slurried the track. Josh got in contact with Akron, and they come up and kind of showed everyone what to do, and we ended up doing the whole track.
yep.
And that was a
Yeah,
fun
big
process. Thank God we had a lot of hands involved in that.
Yeah, that
Shout
was,
out to Akron for coming up and showing us
yep.
that.
Akron.
Yep.
I can tell you from riding it at the state race a couple weeks ago, that track was fast. Now it is even faster.
Ah, dude, stop! You're just that
No, I'm
fast
serious.
now, Chris.
There's
No, it's not me.
Bro, look at you.
There's 250 gallons of glue on the track right now, and we have there's another tote of 270 sitting there. So
No, it is
From a standpoint of just maintenance on the track, I'm more grateful that the track is durable at this point.
Yeah.
like it's always going to be fast, but at this point it can rain, and we ain't got to worry about holding up for races or
So
anything
when
like that.
nice.
when Cape Coral Nick Jones called me, he said, "Where's the place to stay?" Right, and we got talking about the track. I said, "Yeah, they're out there slurrying it." He's like, "So I get to leave Florida and come to another peninsula and race on another slurry track?" I said, "Yes, you do."
Yep.
He's like, "Perfect."
Yep.
Oh yeah. So, what was the decision instead of like your normal typical soil tech, going that route to slurry? What was the main decision and why?
Maintenance.
Was it?
maintenance.
Yeah, big time maintenance.
Yeah, I mean it's labor intensive putting it on, and I think next year it'll get a little easier since we know what we're doing.
Sure.
But I will always slurry the track as long as I'm here. Always.
It's a must-have.
Oh, yeah, it definitely holds up to the.
I mean, it's
to
hard
the
as-
rain and weather a little bit better.
It's
And-
almost hard as a rock. And actually, Joe from Akron, he says you can slurry your corners too. So I mean,
Didn't they do that at theirs?
Yeah.
They slurried over asphalt.
that's what he said until
Yeah.
Tom Ritz came in and redid their corners and something.
Sure.
That they actually slurried their corners. So Joe's been a big help.
Yeah.
You got
We're ripping on Joe in Akron, but he's a good dude.
He is a good dude.
Oh, yeah,
He's a
for
good
sure.
dude.
Eddie
Yep.
King saying he loves Waterford Oaks.
He's a sandbagger though.
Joe saying
Joe is.
Sandbagger.
Oh, hey. No, so we got Eddie King in there. So
Yeah.
he was on my list.
Yep.
Actually, he won the 83 ESPN race there. Eddie King did.
Nice.
Speaking of knowledge of BMX, Craig Michael here.
Yeah?
He's been a co-host down here.
Yes.
The Encyclopedia of BMX. He wanted to know if you guys do we have a call out of who's coming yet to the Waterford National yet? Just curious with all the Olympians. You know any of the pros that are coming yet?
No.
No.
I mean, we got Nick Long will be doing his clinic the day before.
Well,
early
Carly
day.
Kane,
And Carly
she'll
Kane
be
will
here.
there.
Lita, I'm sure, is racing in it. Armstrong.
Smith, Josh, right? He's coming up.
Yeah, he's actually trying to put together a flat pedal only race for the Vets Pros.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Nick Long brought that up too. He's like,
Yeah.
"Hey, we should do this." So
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Let's do it.
start
Yeah,
chatting
I'm
that
down.
up. Let's see if we can get that. going
Barry
on.
Nobles will be here, right? I'm
Yeah,
assuming.
he's got. Well, yeah, because I'm pretty sure he's got to because of the crash he took down at Nashville. He's got to get the points,
Right?
right? I mean,
So
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
get this
Too,
flat
guys.
pedal Vet Pro class going, man. That would be sweet.
that's gonna be fire.
It is. It's going to be.
Yeah, there's going to be some of the elites that aren't going to be there because the Olympics, but there's still going to be a lot of elites there.
We're still gonna have fun.
No, there's still going to be a lot
Those
of
guys
elites
that
there
flat
for
pedal
sure.
will be glad they'll be putting the foot down.
Yeah, man.
It's gonna be a great show. I mean, the track's gonna demand it. It's gonna be a great show to watch everybody ride it.
Hey, there's who we were talking about. Nick Quinn just joined.
He's on his Harley.
Are you on a Harley?
Nick
Are you in a
Quinn.
plane right now? Or are you actually home watching? Like, we need to know, Nick.
These are Motor City Harley Davidson.
Hello.
Yeah, man. So we got to. Oh, do you guys still looking for volunteers for the national?
Yes,
Yes.
we are.
You guys got to sign up. It's a sign up genius, right?
Correct.
Yeah,
Yeah,
correct.
It's on the. You got it pinned over on your Facebook. So if you guys are
I
interested,
believe so.
Yeah, and it's real
100%.
easy. Just jump on there. I already did it. Good to go.
What are you doing?
50-50 tickets.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You should have offered a goddamn helicopter ride.
Dude, I swore I seen him listed on the bikini bike wash. I thought,
Yeah, are you
I thought he
still
was the
gonna-
volunteer for that one.
You still
So,
gonna do that one
yeah,
there, buddy?
Yeah, he's the model.
Chris is gonna do your bikini bike wash. Nick.
Yep.
He's gonna ride his bike down there
We got that
in a
ATV,
bikini.
Full Borat. I mean, that's
still
what
got
we're
that
doing. That's
thong
what
back
that's
there.
what the game is.
Pinned up. That thong's pinned up back there, ready
Yeah.
for Chris.
Is it
I think
answer?
Steve
Is it
said he's
answer?
gonna do a belly smacker in the pond too.
Son of a
Oh, hey,
gun.
if I got to get it done, I'll do it.
Hey,
So
hey, we could get the Mighty Mo's Cruise, Stu Thompson.
He was a champ on the cruise
was,
last year.
yeah.
Yeah. Gonna be out there calling
Belly
it the
flop
Stu
contest.
Thompson belly
There you
flop
go.
contest. Steve can kick it off.
you get a
there
red
you go.
belly and bacteria all to go with it.
No, dude, I'm telling you, hopefully they treat the pond before the race. Let's just go with that.
It's
So you-
on the list.
Heartbreaking. For years, I'm like the pond at Waterford Oaks. I don't know why, but I just thought it was, I don't know, really deep.
Oh,
And I
you're
was
gonna let
talking-
out a
It's not
secret?
deep.
Well, the maintenance guy there, we were talking one day, and I'm like, so like, how do you hook up the fountainheads or whatever? You take like a little boat out there? He's like, no, I put my waders on and walk out there. I said, what? And when I found out it was only like knee deep,
Right.
it was like my childhood was just robbed from me because like for so long, and I couldn't tell you how many times I've rode there or been out there, and I'm like, it's that shallow?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's not deep. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Well, yeah, I mean, and now it's full of goldfish. I mean, Timmy keeps putting goldfish in there by the bagfuls.
Yep.
New generation out there every year. You know.
And they keep disappearing, but I think that's our track turtle that's eating them or something. I don't know what's going on with that, but he just keeps feeding it goldfish.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Well, it's so dark. You don't know how deep it is because it's kind of dark when you look. You can't see the bottom.
It's
I'd
not
always see pictures from before I raced, right? Like dudes jumping in the pond, but like really you never see after they're in the pond, right? They'd show like
Yeah.
a sequence. I think one guy like did a 360 at a race into the pond, and somebody else punted somebody in there, but you never saw like after that they actually just stood up. You know, they're just basically in a knee deep, pond
Well,
there.
it's more like waist deep, I would say.
man.
Yeah, but yeah, it's not that.
Enough for waiters.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
So I got
cool.
one last thing here, and we'll kind of wrap it up. But what are you guys doing at the track? You're getting a lot of new volunteers. What do you do to keep the volunteers engaged and not burn out?
That's a good question. So a lot of our volunteers, right? We have our core group of people that do most of the track work, which is the three of us. Maybe one or two more.
Tim. Tim does a lot of work.
Tim does a whole lot of work. He's out there all the
He was
time.
out there today.
Yep.
Damien does a lot of work.
Damien. But I mean, the hard work is done by the core group of people. Now we have the Ibarras. They kind of handle all our merchandising and stuff like that, and then the McCartneys do all the fundraising stuff. And so to keep them interested, like the really hard work isn't what they're involved in, the backbreaking work. Kind of an open door. If you want to do it, we're not going to tell you no. Yeah, I mean that's for sure.
Come on down.
And some of them do jump in, and some of them don't, and that's completely okay. It comes with the territory.
So you've assigned a lot of. Chris. Sounds like you've got like you're letting groups champion things to take ownership of them.
So they come in, they're good at something, so we let them do it.
Yeah.
We've had some people from other tracks come down, like Paul helps out for our state race. Austin took a corner. You do the announcing, so we've had a lot of help from other tracks as well, so which has been very helpful. So,
Well, Paul and I like talking. We have a good time.
you're good. It's a good duo that you got.
Right,
going
yeah,
there,
you
you
guys
know?
I appreciate it.
It's fun.
The next stop on the Paul and JT tour will be up in Traverse City.
This Saturday.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be a good time.
Get up there. Grand Traverse, what is it? Grand Traverse Raceway, I think they call it up there. Yeah.
Chris, you want to let them know who's going to be on next week?
Sure. Next week.
Oh, shit, I didn't update
Hey,
the picture.
it's not Waterford. You guys are coming back. Wait a minute. No. Dominguez
just keep going.
La Magnia. And I always say
Wait,
his
say it
name
again.
What are you? Dominguez? Domingos? Yeah.
You got that right.
Lamoglia. I always say,
You'll
that's
get
why
it.
we call him DL.
Yeah,
DL,
just call it
yes.
DL.
Yeah, so DL's going to be on next week. Find out what he's got planned for all of these kids out at Waterford Oaks. So it's at middle of July. I think it's like the 26th, 23rd, somewhere in there.
He's doing a
22
camp,
to the
right?
26.
Yeah,
22
there's
to
still
26.
spots available for that, isn't
Yeah,
there?
there's a couple.
Yeah.
And then we also have the
Raffle.
the raffle going for a spot too.
Oh,
That's
a free one.
Yep, listed on our Facebook page as well. Where you
That's
can,
a cool thing. Who
Yeah,
else did you?
raffled off.
You did it for
I did that for the
the one I bought. Upshaw?
yes, the Upshaw
Upshaw,
spot.
yeah.
Yeah, we raffled off a spot for I think it was $10 a spot, and if we pulled your number, then you got in the clinic for $10. So
That's a cool idea.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah. And this clinic isn't 2 or 3 hours one night. It's, what, 3 days?
Oh,
I
wait.
think
4
it's a
or
week
5
long,
days,
4
yeah.
4 or 5 days if I'm
Yeah.
mistaken.
Okay. So it's intense.
It's
I know Justin's done a couple of his clinics in the past.
I did a clinic I did a practice down at Cape Coral.
Yeah.
That was with a couple of his pros and a couple of his upper level, like high level experts. And it was right before Manuel Roland went to pro. I had no business in there. Puked twice. Dude can do the work. And I've seen camps. Yeah, I've seen his camps that he does. They're amazing. The way he structures them and the way he does it, man, they're all having fun. It's all good. And they leave. I left. You will leave like better than you were when you started. We did a thing with him when it was Baby Mangler, myself, and Dylan, and a couple other people at Cape Coral, and it was amazing what he's got years and years of knowledge. I mean, shoot, he's celebrating his 30th anniversary.
Right.
He's coming up here for that too. That's pretty cool. No, Mike, I'm not going to be announcing. I won't be. They got Mr. Grindle, the big dog's going to be at your national announcing, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Sweet.
You got 2 announcers, right? Is Zach going to be
I
there?
only know of one.
Just Grindle, yeah. He's got Grindle's going to slide up to
Richfield.
Richfield and do their little Wednesday night money open they're doing up there.
Yeah.
The 14 over.
Yeah. So, guys, when you guys come in town for this national at Waterford Oaks and go up there and hit that pro-am on Wednesday night, the 3rd, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So you can check that out as well.
My appearance fee was too much for USA BMX, Mike. I have a flat retainer of at least 2 hot dogs. Just ask.
And maybe a pop.
And I want to thank you guys for coming down. I don't know all your guys' drives, but this was really fun having you all here.
Yeah.
Chris,
Cool.
Josh,
That was awesome,
Steve.
man.
This was such a unique break from what we do each week where we're just on camera and whatnot.
Right.
Love this circle around after the national, kind of find out how everything's doing and chat a little bit with you guys if you're down for that.
Always.
Always.
That
Yeah.
would be Moto.
We don't
2.
even have a guest booked. This is how big your national is. We don't even have a
Oh,
guest.
we don't.
We do
Yeah.
not have a
The
guest.
3rd, we don't
even
have
know
a
what we're
guest yet.
doing that show, so
Right.
we might be dragging you guys back here then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More than happy to come back.
Yeah.
Or we might have to
Thanks for
drag
having
us
us.
out there. I don't know.
Yeah, before
I'd
we
love to have a live show out there at Waterford one night. That'd be
Yeah.
great.
Well,
They got real internet there?
No.
that's
No,
our problem.
Still a hot spot, right?
Yep. Still a little.
Son of a.
That's our biggest problem with doing a live remote thing. is we
Don't
can't
you?
get
Aren't
the
you
internet.
friends with Elon Musk or some shit?
Hey, I know there's some people
Don't
that
you
have
make
some-
rockets where you that place?
No,
you
we
own?
don't make rockets.
Don't
dude.
you make
No.
rocket parts?
Transmissions, not rockets.
Oh, I get it mixed up because how fast you ride now on that new F1 bike. Chris the Rocket over here.
Yeah, right.
bro code.
He's got the bro code, bro deal. Check it out. Free high fives all the way around.
Yep, that's it.
Hey, if you guys aren't subscribed to YouTube, go subscribe to our YouTube page. We're only a few away from Chris finally dropping an F-bomb.
Oh, jeez.
You're gonna
Sure.
We're just gonna open the show with you just saying
Just
F.
this, that, and the other thing, right?
That might be the whole show. It'll be intense build.
So you use the F word as a comma?
Just right there.
Yeah. All right.
It's all right.
So
Someone
but,
bring their T-Mobile home internet box. That might work, Billy.
Okay.
Wait,
Billy will figure it
If
out.
we figure it out, no, I don't know. There's so much
So-
shit I gotta drag there.
Bro, we'd have to take so much.
We'll just broadcast off the phone. Do that
Yep.
shit. We'll do it. We'll do the beer. We'll do a beer budget show from all things BMX from the Tri
There we go.
Rick's gonna be here too, so
Oh, yeah, he will.
we're gonna bring Rick down there. Be a good time
There we
over
go.
there from here.
So thank you guys for joining us tonight. We really appreciate you hanging out
Yeah,
with
and
us.
Hey, thanks for
talking,
having
uh,
us. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having
And
us.
before we jump off, I'd like to
Yeah.
just do a quick shout out. My
Take it
son,
around.
my oldest son, Caleb Cox, serves in the U.S. Air Force. Just came over from Italy to the United States, got re-stationed, so I get to see him next week, and I can't
Congrats.
wait. So
Awesome.
looking forward to it. I haven't seen him in over a year, so it's going to be a good time. Caleb, I know you're listening, man. I can't wait to see you.
Welcome home, Caleb.
Can I do a shout out to all Waterford sponsors here?
Take it
Please,
away.
Definitely.
I got it written down.
You're on deck, Chris.
So Detroit Sports Commission, Oakland County, McLaren Oakland, Summit Dental, Dean Sellers Ford, Bourdain's, Custard's Corners, Applebee's, Superior Electric, Sensation Boats, and Sherwin-Williams. Thanks for the support.
Thank you very much. You
See,
guys rock.
when you're on the show, you prepare that list. This goes out for all the guys that race and the gals that race, whatnot. Chris, how about you?
Hey, I'm just going to give a shout out to all the people that are supporting us and helping us on the race league. That's been such a large part of our success. All the parents, all the riders, past and present. If you know somebody who wants to learn how to ride a bike or just wants to come out and have some fun, look us up on Facebook, get up on our on the leagues that we got for the racing league, and come be a part of the fun.
Great.
Fantastic.
Okay. So thank you again, guys, for joining us. So this is great. I almost screwed that up. Stars and Stripes National is going to be July 5th, 6th, and 7th at Waterford Oaks. Go if you're in the area, stop by, sign up. We'll see you out there at the track. Make sure you say hi to us while we're out there. And we'll see you next week. We talk to DL. Everybody have a great week. Like and subscribe and all that fun stuff. God bless you and take care.